Well, let's make a start to stream then. I don't believe there's anyone here just yet, but that's fine. I'm happy enough to just, at least for a short while, stream to myself with Noita. It does get a bit depressing after a while. Especially when you get the random votes coming in. That should be it launching. Yeah, or is that going to get captured in stream? That should be it coming up in stream any second. There we go. So, last time we had a fairly powerful run going. However, we need to get through to a parallel world in order to make it a truly powerful run, because right now we're quite liable to just die. Now, what exactly do I have going on? Concentrated light, tentacles in this one. Don't need black hole just a moment. Ah, hello tunes. Got some powerful stuff. I mean, we've got that. That's a good one. I do enjoy it. There's also this one of just tentacles everywhere. That bypasses shields. We've also got this one here which has homing. I might add black hole to there for now. I'm not sure yet though. You know what? Let's do something fun. Okay, I'm regretting this already. That's not as fun as I'd hoped. I'm going to die from that. Let's take that one off. I'll add that one on. That one should do a good job, potentially. I don't know what that spell is. That's somewhat friendly, I guess. Anyway, in this run we also have toxic sludge that's been transformed into helium. So, we've got pretty much as much health as we're ever going to need just lying around. Add the point stuff. Oh yeah, need to add that in. Good shout. I had forgotten I need to turn that back on. Give me just a second. Here we are. Manage rewards. They should now all be on. I will just check. Yep, they do seem to be appearing. Lovely. Also wondering this bit, is this any decent? Anything fancy? Pinpoint of light. Now I've not messed with that before. It could be decent given the right combination. You've given me more homunculi. Perfect. Look at that, we've got two of you trying to help me out. Now, my current goal is getting through the wall into parallel world. A lot easier said than done. Ah, hello Fuke. That's not very helpful, I'm going to be honest. So I appreciate you at least doing something. Now, is there going to be anything of worth in these ones? I'm not really full that there will be. I'm just going to keep on going down. To get to Temple of Arts, I can get into Tower. That is currently my objective. Not the most likely thing to be happening immediately, but we should be able to get there before too long. It's a case of me remembering what on earth I've got in my wands. Because I do have Tentacle Wand, which is very nice. But it's a bit overkill at times. I do kinda lose track of what's happening when I use it. Anything decent in this wand? I just want to find some fun stuff. Intense concentrated light. I'm going to say Probably yes. Actually no, I'll say no. This one is better. It's just 1,000 mana charge speed. That feels wrong to pass up. I just don't want to get rid of always casting these two ones. Oh, I've just murdered you, Cheems, I'm sorry. He picked up the wand. No. I'm very sorry, I did not remember that I could murder you with tentacles. No. I don't know why I'm losing frames as well. To be honest, I somewhat deserve it. Yeah, if we do this, we should be able to get our way down without any trouble. Just gonna make sure there isn't another wave made already. I wouldn't think there is. No, I can't see anything. And you're trying to drown me. That's understandable, to be completely fair. Anyway, got a way down. Now we need to make a way up. Then I'll take spell refresh. There we go. That's the way up. Got the spell refresh and then we can keep on going. Take that off so don't accidentally misfire it. And down we go. Now this is the vault. I believe we need to get one level lower for us to get to the actual stuff we want, the Temple of Art. But hopefully it won't be too hard to do that. I'll just avoid that fiery guy. You can do a lot of damage if you aren't quite paying attention. Which, I'll be honest, is me in a nutshell. Can I get through here? Not yet. Come on. Too much knockback on my wand. There we go. We don't need any of them, but that's fine. Matter Eater. I'll help you move downwards. Let's just go down like this. What's the worst that can happen, right? Come across a laser apparently. There we go. Another place here, but down we go still. Does that just keep costing money? It does. That never stops. Worth possibly keeping in mind. None of them seem all that good. We've already collapsed this, so we can just go straight on through. Just might as well dig it up a small amount. There we are. This is Temple of Art. I believe I need to go to far left in here, then start going down. I think it's around midway down. You find the portal to the temple, or the not temple, the tower. So, hoping I do remember this correctly. Also hoping my frames don't die on me, because I seem to be struggling. I remember I'm not actually liking that concentrated light wand. I might stop using it. Yeah, now that I'm thinking back, I'm fairly certain I crashed audio a few times using the concentrated light wand I've been using. So back to tentacles for now. Unless, can we get through here? We can't, not without concentrated light. I mean, everyone likes tentacle wand, just not everyone wants to admit it, Cheems, that's all. For someone who doesn't like it, they're clearly lying. Now we've got a dangerous guy over there. Should be fine enough just to ignore him. Never mind. They walk straight into tentacles. I do like the things, just ghosts trying to actually help out. Ah, we see there's a couple new people in the chat. I had a very quick look over, probably shouldn't have. I'm in the middle of fighting. So let's see, can we get to the tower? Tower, I'm hope is going to be a good way to get through the wall into a parallel world. I don't actually know if nukes can dig through the cursed rock or not. Hoping it works a bit like the earthquake does, turns things into... what does it turn into again? Is it concrete? Yeah, concrete. Get turned into concrete, we'll be able to dig through it with explosions without any trouble. That's nice and easy. Now we are a bit low on health. I think I will just drink that, just to make sure I don't accidentally get myself killed. That puzzle's for the lantern. Alright. I mean, I'm not going to be doing it. The word puzzle, to me, I don't like it. I'm not the best at problem solving, which is why I was a little bit confused yesterday, because Domina, the gladiator management sim game, turned into a puzzle game. At parts, that was fun. Didn't know quite what was going on. Yeah, if you go look at the VOD from yesterday, you'll see it became, for whatever reason, a puzzle game. I mean, I don't know how to explain how, it just became a puzzle game, that's all that happened. It really does not make sense though. Like, there weren't even good rewards for doing the puzzles, so I was a bit... I mean, not confused, more just concerned that the devs didn't know what they're wanting to do entirely. There's a worm in there. I'll likely leave the worm alone. I will murder that, guys. Might be back to the trap at some point. Ah, thank you for following. Very much appreciate the support. As the bot also says in the... at least I believe that's what it says in the chat. Now, Temple of Art, I think's just up from here to get to the portal. Temple of Art, the tower portal. Got a chest in there. Set on fire. It's a spell refresh in that. Lovely. Can we get in? I want to grab the spell reef. Actually, I don't need that. Have I killed the boss? Not the one at the bottom, no, I'm currently just going around trying to do a bit of exploring, because there's been a lot added to the game since I last had everything run going, and I think I've gotten about powerful enough to at least give it a shot. I hate these turrets. They are horrible. Yeah, I might need to actually go over to having black hole and something. I don't see a decent way up here. Take a quick drink as well. Alright. How do we get up? Firstly, we've got this. Boomerang spells makes it very fun. Also, I've got immunity to explosions, so I can just blow them up if I want. Ah, we've made our way up. Oh, you've made me hydrate again. Lovely. There we go. Ah, yeah, I can still get set on fire. Barrel rain. Are there any barrels of toxic sludge? Because that is health. Look at all this health we've just got. Lovely. A lot of helium as well. Where do I go to get up? There is no up that exists. I need to go back down. I would have thought it would be easy enough to get to the Temple of Art. Or the tower even, through the Temple of Art. So maybe up there. That's the way I came. Is it being blocked off randomly? Is that what's happened? Have I just gotten lost? Because there's cursed rock there. That's fine. Did see a shop up in that direction. I'm not really bothered about spells right now. I do enjoy my tentacle wand. Where on earth do I need to go, however? I'm completely lost. Definitely not down there, that's a dead end. Have they moved the portal? It's definitely somewhere on the left. I think I've explored about everywhere I can actually get to currently, unless it's been blocked off. Blocked off, can concentrated light dig through any of this stuff? We've been top to bottom and there is no way through. Unless there's a tiny gap here. No. Have I just gotten unlucky and it's completely blocked me off? Do I need to go all the way back, get out my black hole wand again? I think I might. That's not fun. I definitely can't dig through that, no. That's just normal polymorphine. I can't be using that to try and become a worm or anything. That's not going to be how it works. Well, guess back to the temple I go. That's a bit of a boring start to stream. I was hoping we'd get into tower quite quickly. But I guess we just need to find our way back. It can't be that bad. We can get another black hole. I think a black hole could work. Definitely could. There's one of the... Oh yeah, permanent shield. I should definitely take that, you're right. It didn't actually occur to me that was there. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've properly played Noita, so I definitely need to go back. I mean, arguably I'm a professional. People can pay me money to play this. I doubt people will. I don't really care for money, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. I mean, arguably I'm a professional, doesn't mean I'm skilled. I guess technically you are. You did buy one of the subscriptions to get that little badge for yourself, and possibly it was to support me as well. I think it was more for a badge, if I'm honest. Now, how do I get back? I'm just following roughly all the carnage. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it must be around here somewhere. There's enough dead things that if it's not around here, I'm very concerned. Everything's become cheese. Of course. Cheese is one of the better things I can get voted for. It's one of the more chaotic things, but I mean, it's cheese. Why would I complain? Yeah, it should be up there. I need to make my way through the sand, annoyingly. In fact, I've got just the spell to be getting through here. Let's see. There we are. No more sand. Perfect. I think tentacles somewhat propel me. Yeah, I can use tentacle powered flames. That's good. Anyway, can't use this temple, so we need to go even further up. Yeah, it could be the chainsaw propelling me. That is a good point. I'm on fire. There we go. Is that toxic sludge? I believe that's acid. Yeah, acid. Shouldn't have burst that. Worth checking though, because it could have been Healthium. Giant pool of Healthium here, I might as well stop off for this. There we go. Full health. Damn, I need to get that side. That's Sector Shield, I believe, if my memory serves me. It has been a while since I've seen all the spells, as I've said. I believe that applies to the projectile, which is something I don't want. I'm firing too many, it's just going to end up like conflicting with each other projectile. Now we need to decide. I mean, what would be fun is to do something a bit like this. However, doing that, while it is fun and chaotic, tentacles are slightly less long. Do we want to have longer tentacles? I kinda do. I mean, look how much they stretch. Anyway, I'll add this on at the very least. And you've reduced my health. Why, thank you. I have to put that on there. And yeah, we'll keep the good black holes as well. Longer equals better. I don't want that to be applied to tentacles. I mean, I could use the tentacles to pull everything out. That is a good point. The one thing you haven't considered though is, I don't really care for half of those spells in the shop. I mean, there's some interesting ones, but they're hardly anything I need. This one's just free, so I'll take that. I mean, yeah, add mana's there, but my wands I'm using, like Concentrated Light and Tentacles, they're always cast, they don't use any mana. That's not really necessary. I mean, I'll go grab it if you're all that bothered about everything. Anyway. Down we go again. Hoping it'll be as easy as I'm thinking it will be from... Gets, how could you? I just need to ignore that guy now. It'll be a real nuisance later if I ever need to backtrack. Also, tentacles do not destroy cheese. Something you might want to keep in mind if you ever get stuck in an anime. Just cover yourself in cheese slices and you'll be perfectly safe. That's a cursed line to say, isn't it? Just covering yourself in cheese. I mean, I don't have much else to talk about really other than covering yourself in cheese. I'm just currently backtracking to get to the... approximate area I need to go to get into the tower. I think we must be getting about there by now. Is it up? No, it's down. Oh, that's annoying. We had to bump into them. I mean, I'm hoping nothing I ever do on stream is a normal reaction. I barely consider myself all that normal for the nonsense I get on to talking about at times. I'm trying to think, what's the worst thing I've ever talked about on stream? What on earth was that? Why did it bounce back and forth? What happened? Well, regardless, up here we go. Ah, it's homing. I forgot, that is what happened, wasn't it? Now we still need to go up, but we might run out of spells at this point. Got lava. Well, that's a nuisance. Does this destroy lava? I think it does, but the lava's gone now. I thought about that a little too late. Ah, here we are. Finally. If we just dig into here, we should have... At least, is it in there? I think it's in there. Why is there lava? Is there usually lava inside? Well, I guess we'll find out. And you've given me a lovely wand. Seeing as this is your first time here since I had the channel points, whenever I get a wand, it replaces my wand in slot 4. It's basically my way to make it so I'm forced to take whatever you have given me, regardless of whether it's any good or not. Okay, yeah, we do have a portal. Lovely. Well, we're into the tower now. We need to get all the way to the top of this as fast as possible because it's extremely dangerous. I do not enjoy living in the tower. I mean, I enjoy it more than dying in the tower, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's hardly a fun place. All sorts of strange enemies and Mega Steve can be around any corner. Ooh, that is a lot of fire. Someone's shooting out giant clouds of pollen. Yeah, tower. I hate it with passion. I do have good reason to do so. It's not a good place. Well, we do have occasional enemy who will be dropping us health here. Something we'll want to be keeping in mind. Because toxic sludge does drop from... at least I can think of 2 enemies off the top of my head. And 3 enemies off the top of my head it would drop from. We've removed Super Steve. Oh, brilliant. The tower's now a lot less dangerous. I'm thankful they removed him. I mean, if he is here, I do have tentacles which will just bypass his shield regardless. So I do have countermeasures. Typically, using tentacles as a countermeasure is not something I'd recommend. Well, I guess that's just what we're going to be doing. Now, concentrated light, I believe, digs through a lot of softer materials, yeah. So we can just dig our way up, if we need to. One thing to keep in mind though, concentrated light does get stopped by any kind of liquid, be it magical or anything else. Oh god, it's one of those guys. Tentacles, can you save me? I think they could. Ah, yeah, arsehole. Damn y'all. You teleported me next to that. Oh no, I think I'm safe. They are ignoring me. But god, that could have been a very annoying death right there. Oh Christ. Now, I think I'll use this bone dust as just a wall. Give myself some safety to just dig up. It seems water's falling down, so it should be safe to assume I can move up here. There we are. Are tentacles a perfect countermeasure for everything? I didn't comment on it earlier. I don't think they are, you know. I mean, I'm willing to say they are, but I very much don't think they are. This is getting dangerous. He's being protected, run away. Those guys can't do anything, I'm on fire. Maybe hug the side might be an idea. Yeah, random perk, what did I get? I'm going to check in a moment because I'm currently dying. God, those guys are so annoying, I can't do anything while they're around. Just drink some health here, make sure I'm not going to be dying immediately. I'm on fire yet again, still healing, I'm just gonna move. Surely things will work out in the end. They always do, right? Oh, I've been silenced at some point. No, never mind, silence is finished. What did I get? Projectile Eater is what I got. Could be a useful one. I can just have my back to some enemies and ignore them for a while. I've got a barrel of health here, let's burst it. Bit of healing, don't really need it. Worth leaving it there regardless. We don't want to be touching the hell out of me if possible. Got stunned. Annoyingly. These guys just keep on coming. I need to find a good way to kill them. Can I just kick them to death? I can't even. It's gonna take a while. I really could, couldn't I? They've all been polymorphs. Potentially, that one's actually good. I can deal with polymorph creatures. It could certainly be bad in some situations, but in this case, when I'm being chased by guys who won't let me cast nice spells, yeah. That definitely is nice. Also, do I have... no, I don't have electric immunity. I want to make sure, because I definitely got it sometime when I did my stream last week. It must have been from a different run though. You want to improve my wand? I mean, if you think it could be improved, I'd be curious. What's that guy up to? He's immortal is what he's up to. Can't actually kill that alchemist, which is very concerning. Have my back to him, I can eat his projectiles, worst case scenario. Just keep on moving up. Always cast nuke. I think that'll be what I need in order to hopefully get to parallel world. You've given me an earthquake, possibly the worst moment you could. Over here, it's safe. No, it's far from safe, but I'm away from the earthquakes. That's good enough. Yeah, we need to be careful of knockback right now. Also, tentacles have stopped for a moment, it's concerningly. Oh Christ, there's so much stuff going on, I hate the tower. Why did I put myself through this? So I want to get to parallel worlds, but still, this is horrible to put up with. Just need to kill that guy. There we go. Steal his money if we can. Come on, tentacles. There we go. Managed to get through at the very least. I don't like how the tentacles do just seem to stop for a while occasionally. It means we might need to go over to the concentrated light as our main weapon. Which is not ideal. Concentrated light has broken the game audio before, that happened last time. Come on, I need to kill him. There we go. Yeah, I need to quickly press tab, drink that, get the healing in, pick up more health here later, that's all good. Let's put myself out because I'm on fire. Not quite full health. So I will try and be careful. Honestly, I think careful's something I don't need. I think I just need to... We're getting very close to the top at this point. We need to get through here, then I believe Hell is next. And that's us. Ooh, we've got Hellfire mages here, don't we? Look at him. This lovely guy there spits out Hellfire. Normally doesn't. But thanks to toxic sludge becoming Hellfire, he does now. Alright, up we go. Directly into acid, apparently. No, I'm gonna go hide. I've been completely blocked from casting spells for a moment. Acid Trail. Christ, why would you give me Acid Trail? Now is not the time for Acid Trail. I'm just gonna hide in a corner. Gonna hide. What's the worst that can happen? I've got projectile ether. We can't fight with Acid Trail on. We can't. Something I want to check is can we... Yeah, we can use an eye on them if we want. Eye is a viable weapon. Push comes to shove, we can use it. We should, I think, just run, however. There's too much stuff going on. We've got another one of those damned mages. I hate them. I think that's us done. They've changed this. What on earth? It's never used to look like that. Is this something new now? I'm concerned. Is this something I want to dig into at this point, or am I going to release some kind of boss? I'm going to hope it's fine. It's definitely changed though. Ah yeah, there we are. We do have the regular ones in. Well, strength, as usual, is broken. I clicked for a brief second and we get all of this. I hate strength, it's so fun but I hate it. The game does not put up with it, it's not 4 times as powerful, I don't know what scale they're using. Anyway, let's take Wand of Destruction. Now, the rule I made for myself is I keep wand number 4 and I have that as just the chat wand. That being the case, I need to give up black holes. I'll let you lot in chat decide. Do I take Wand of Destruction and replace wand 4 because I need black holes if this doesn't work? I do think this is what I'm going to end up needing. I want to get through the wall to parallel worlds and get some more perks, and then get even more powerful. Because as it stands now, I'm powerful, but I'm close to being a glass cannon. One mistake and that's me gone. I'm wanting to try and get through the Lookie Den, because apparently they've moved the moon radar, so I want to see what's in there now. Get rid of chat 1, says Cheems. Anyone else have any opinions? Because I will just get rid of chat 1 then, if no one's too bothered about keeping the drilling shot death crosses. Which, I'll be honest, is beyond useless. I'm not seeing any arguing, so take this. Also, I should be turning off the chat box overlay on the stream, because you have that in game. Well, back out we go. The moon radar isn't in the Lookie layer anymore. It used to be. And I want to see what's in there now. Because there's got to be something fun, right? Must have added something new in. Also, why am I going back? Yeah, I'm going back so I can change this. I don't want magic missiles. What would I want? Potentially Bloodlust? Bloodlust is almost a surefire way to get myself killed with nukes. But I do think the damage correlates to the explosion radius. If I'm right in thinking that, then I could get some rather fun stuff happening. Also, I will just evaporate them. No, the lava gotham is about to drop in my flask. Damn. You could have refilled that just there. So much lava about. I mean, to take a different route to what I'd like. Usually I would have gone straight down, so I'm assuming there's going to be a nice simple way somewhere around here. Yeah, this seems to do it. Like, this is the exact way I came through before. I've even got a bit more health in there. Okay, let's do this. I'm needing to be very careful. Go in, drop it. There we go. Build up a bit. It was at 69, it's now at 88, so that's 2 more times I can drink. So, we're not able to do anything in here. We need to go 1 level further down, I think. And it might be more than 1 level, in order to edit the wand. Let's see. I could just use the nukes. Yeah, fire's gonna get in the way. But can I check some of the debris that's fallen? Collapsed concrete! This will get through cursed rock. We can actually use this. That's certainly good to know. Do we want to take the health top up? Honestly, we've got health M all over. We're not going to need the refresh. Let's just take the slightly better max health. Anyway, giant magic missile. I'll keep 1. Tentacle for timer, we've got tons of them there, we don't really need that. I don't want that one, that one's actually terrible. Plasma beam orbit. It's still a fun plan, I don't know if it'll work. Spicy ducks, I have explosion resistance, but they could set me on fire. Okay, what do I take? Don't need a second one of them. Pollen's definitely gotten beyond its use. Alright, that's us mostly got our spells sorted out. What do we add to this? Is there anything we'd want to add on? Honestly, I think that should be working fine, as it is. Let's just head back up to the surface. Then we can actually try and make our way through to parallel world. I believe before I tried to get through to the east. I don't think I got anywhere even into the, what do you call it, cursed rock. So that's possibly the best way to go. Go to the west though, either side really works. I don't think there's a difference between them. And I will say, there's a good chance I'll completely forget about how parallel worlds work. And we'll pass that up. No, I should take it. You know, okay. Gonna go back quickly, I'll fix my wands so I'm able to take slot 4 as one from chat. Give me just a minute. It's not technically one from chat, but I should let chat give me wands. Otherwise it's not really going the way I said it would be. Get up and digging through there, I'll just go down. Okay, we want to take them off, so we're saving them, put that back on there. Now we're allowed to go up, and we have extra long tentacles. Which just don't appear at times, apparently. Which does concern me a little. Oh, you're telling me to hydrate. Alright, I should be safe enough on my way back up, so I'll just take a drink now. There we go. Rage. Is rage going to be detrimental? If I launch a nuke, I'm curious to see just how big it would be. I'm going to say it's a terrible plan though, and ignore that. Okay, it doesn't really like me using any of my points. What if I use that? Concentrated light seems fine enough with. I can use it in short bursts to propel myself. Where's the way out? I have mildly gotten lost. If only I had some good way to dig up. Ah, cheers for following as well. Again, very much appreciated. Okay, here's the way out. Now we just use this fairly loud and annoying wand to make our way to the wall. If you're wondering why I'm firing it in bursts, by the way, last time I did this, or last week to be more specific, when I fired it continuously for too long, it did just completely break the audio. It just refused to work. You'd still hear stuff, just roughly 10 seconds or so after it happened, and not every noise would actually play. So, I'm going to try not to repeat that same mistake. Not sure what caused it, potentially too many noises being triggered at once. Now I believe if we go down here, there's an essence eater at this side now. Fairly certain the essence eater, yeah, I think that's the essence eater anyway. I've accidentally destroyed it. Oh well, that is probably something important. Yeah, that probably was Essence Eater just down there. Ah well. There used to be an Essence Eater in the snow area, if I'm remembering correctly. However, it's been moved here. It might not have been moved in the snow area since this new update came around. But yeah, here is the utter mess that I made last time. Got blood transformed. I believe that's worm blood into blood. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it's not the blood from worms that have been tunnelling. There's worm meat there turned into soil thanks to this wand. Essence Eaters are in both worlds. It's good to know. Don't believe I'll be needing it. I think I just got projectile duplication there, which is awfully lucky for a nuke. Now, one thing to test, collapsed concrete, yes or no? Answer is yes. I'm allowed to stand on this. If I go into the wall at all, I should start taking damage. Yeah. There we go. Checked facts. I'm now just going to go down. Oh, or not down, more across. Might take a while. I'm going to be trying to play it safe because, as you can see, various things will be falling down and likely on top of me if I'm not careful. Now I do have explosion immunity, so I don't need to be too careful in that regards. What have you given me? Toxic immunity. Toxic immunity work in the curse stuff? I don't think it does. I don't actually know if I've not tested that before. I've always thought toxic immunity sounds rather useless. It's especially useless when you've removed toxic sludge. Okay, this is where it gets not necessarily worrying, it gets weird. I need to have a path to get through. Nukes are not going to be a good path. Potentially I should have brought my black holes on my other wand. A bit late for that now. So I guess just keep launching nukes until things work out. Use a few more now. It has mostly gotten past the part where it's going to be collapsing on top of me. There we go. Just a few nukes is all. I believe that there is the line. So if I sit up here for a second, that should now be entirely cleared out. Never mind, it's not. I don't like using nukes for terraforming. It just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Well, if I add drilling shots to nuke, maybe I should have done that. That could have been an interesting one. Drilling shots have actually made this reach the edge of the screen, or they've just expired. So I'm not sure if there's a lifetime of nukes. Yeah, just the world in general isn't happy when I fire nukes. I'm also sometimes not happy, as you saw there. I just set myself on fire. Okay, I think now's the time. I need to make my way into this area. I make my way in, I need to use levitation, so I'm going to reorient my wands slightly. Because this one can keep me suspended in midair for mana. I don't need to worry about that if that comes down to it. I need to get in, launch nukes, immediately retreat. So get in, launch a few nukes, immediately retreat. There we go. Lost about 100 health. Is this the point where I start drinking this? I think I play it safe, don't I? Drink that before I go back in. So if I fire some more nukes again, make sure things have been cleaned up from all the collapsed concrete. Drink this, make my way inside. At this point I might try and just counteract it all. Can use Healthium to counteract the Cursed Rock. As long as I stay away from the edges, it should be mostly fine. Never mind, I had something fall on my head, I'm going back out. Okay, 65% full. Alcohol trail. Perfect. That's just going to be loads of fire now. I'm going to wait for that to run out, I think. Well, surprisingly, it doesn't get set on fire immediately by the nukes, despite the nukes actually creating fire when they explode. It's interesting. Let's just launch a few nukes, just make sure everything's tidied up. Okay, it's about to finish, we can go back in. Get some levitation back. In we go. Come on, nukes are so useless at digging. I might do a better job going up. They turn the ceiling into collapsed concrete. Oh, we've run out of levitation. Back away, back away. Too much stuff falling down. Okay. How are we looking Healthium wise? We might need to go back and do a refresh at some point if things go wrong. If that's not even a place you can sit, I'll sit around here. Healthium's at 45%. Can I make it through? I'm going to say yes. To go in, immediately drink some Healthium, keep going in. Getting damaged. I don't need to worry, I've got Healthium. I need to worry if I fall down. I also need to worry if something falls on my head while I'm drinking Healthium. Okay. Got one more jump in there potentially. I don't actually know how far through I've gotten, it's hard to judge. I think one more go might get us to the other side. But once we get to the other side, we don't have any way to get through the actual stuff except for the nukes. So we'd still need to be backing off, wouldn't we? Just to be on the safe side. Is that Healthium transformed just there. It's somewhat gone wrong. Almost managed to get it. Alright, in we go. Gonna make one last go. If I can see the way through, then I'll say mission accomplished. But I need to be careful. I need to do this. Yeah, I haven't found slime ball at any point, annoyingly. Okay, I've got one more go of healthium. I'm gonna go back. Oh, what are you saying, Cheems? What's up? I reached the end of a cursed rock. I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna down a bit of healthium, see what happens. You were right. I've reached the end. Okay, it's still not quite over. Our only way to dig through the rest of us is still nukes. You've turned it into whiskey though. That's actually a really good thing for me. Never mind. It's just slowly falling through whiskey. They do have a lifetime. Good to know. Now I'm about to die, potentially. I should just do this. Destroy anything trying to fall on me. Okay. Okay. I can sit here. This is as far back as I can get. This is scary stuff, yeah, right. I've got just enough health right now to back out, go get some more healthium. I've got concentrated mana. That wasn't toxic sludge. That could have been polymorphine, could have been acid. That could have been very dangerous. Okay, if I hide up at the very top. If I hide here. Oh, got a chest. It has evergreen seeds. Give that a kick. I shouldn't have given that a kick. Yeah, still got just enough health to escape, I believe. I fell down because I'm covered in oil. I should not have looked over the chat. I'm sorry if you seem to be burning. Can I? Yeah? No? Well, I'm sorry. I can't do anything. I forgot oil trail was still on. I should not have done that. Just need to wait here. Hope that you don't set me on fire whenever you come back. And then launch nukes. I launch nukes down, things won't fall on top of me. What we need is to clear some space. If we clear enough space, we can just launch nukes without worrying. But we need to have somewhat of a safe haven to do this from. Setting myself on fire certainly does not help with that. And please don't give me strength. Oh Christ. You're gonna get me killed. How could you? I need to wait for this to end. Okay, something to check. Collapsed concrete can be dug using this. Yeah, you say no balls. I'm definitely gonna do no balls, cause this run's lasted about 3 hours or so altogether. I'm not gonna do it. Alright, that's strength gone. How are things looking? Still not quite finished. Got new perks to hold on to though. Or perches to hold on to. Just keep launching nukes that semi-regular intervals, that'll be fine. Okay, I think I'm safe to move a fair bit further on now. How are things looking? They're looking fairly destroyed. That's perfect. That was a bad shot. I should not have taken that one. Rage? Sure. I managed to just get outside of that radius. But it should have helped out somewhat. Hopefully. What's going on over here? Can we see the way through yet? No, we cannot. It's taking a while. Oh, audio's been broken now. That means as soon as we're through, I'm going to need to restart the game because it's not playing sounds when it should be. Launch more nukes. Oh god, Fuke, you just shot me. Why did you shoot me? It's not sludge. It's not terrible though. Teleport bolts I could make use of on another wand, but I'm not allowed to edit ones from chat. And the wand that's getting replaced is currently this one. As sad as it is to get it gone. However, you have just picked it up, Fuke. Look at you. Spawned a potion apparently. Where's a potion? It's perfectly balanced up there somehow. I'm confused. I'm gonna keep on pushing forward soon. Ooh, health 50%. That's actually a health top up under situation. That's very nice to be given. Just sit here, get levitation, back off, fire multiple nukes. Fire a few more nukes. Things seem to be going relatively okay now. Got plenty of space to work in. I don't see myself dying. Oh, Sands of Time apparently. Sands of Time will definitely help. Yeah, but it must be almost through, like you say. Now, surprisingly, there's a lot of knockback from nukes, so we could make a always cast nuke wand into flight wand at some point. Come on, we're almost through. There it is. Can we get through this last volley? I think we might have, you know. There we go. We've got a hole. Also got Sands of Time. So I think send one celebratory nuke. There we go. So how high up were we in the end? Not high enough to be in the clouds, that's fine. But yeah, the audio very much has broken. So I'm gonna get to the island over here, assuming it exists. And no, I am not in the beta. I'm just in the normal branch at this point. The island doesn't exist, but we do have this. Okay, save and quit. We're gonna get all the... I just heard you dying when I saved and quit, Fuke. How's your homunculus doing, I wonder? Is he gonna be dead when I go back in? He's just not bear to live without me. Chasm boss clones in parallel, oh god. That would not be fun. Anyway, we're back here. Audio seems to be working again. I'm still confused at why this does whatever that does. Times. Like, this only ever happens in the parallel world as well. Don't know what causes it to happen. Anyway, got a music box. Give it a kick as usual. Now we make our way, I'd say, to get more perks. What we need is fire immunity more than anything. Lucky minion I've not seen since like the second floor or so. Ah, we cut certain things out of the parallel for map bugs. Ah, I didn't read that when the message came through originally. I'm also noticing, to connect that, come on, green votes. There we are. Yeah, your potions and such you just did haven't come through because of that, so give me a second, I'll refund you your points. You can do it again. Where is it? Requests queue. I have most recent ones of Spawn, Potion, and Homunculus. There we go. You should have your points back. Let me know if that's worked for you. It should have worked. I'll be able to do it again now. Yep, Spawn Homunculus has worked. Also, other Homunculus, I believe, has changed. It's no longer the same as it was before. It's also not called Fuke. Which is curious. Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I feel bad. Why are my wands murdering everything? It's not supposed to murder my own minions. Oh god, that's a bomb. I haven't had that from a chest in a while, have I? Now, yeah, we've got another essence eater down there. I'll leave that alone this time. I accidentally broke the other one. That's very much not sludge. I think that would have caught me on fire, but nothing more. It is just gunpowder. Got improved wands. Don't believe they can be any faster. Also, I should move that back to the last slot. Use this one to actually fly around, which is good. Oh, what is it, Fuke? You don't need to call me sir. Have I heard of? I'm assuming you're about to say something. Ooh. Where did he come from? Why is he here? He's gone now. Cool. They can just spawn? Oh god. Okay. Yeah, they just spawn apparently. I can bypass the shield, that's fine. Now, the nukes are going to be my way into the Holy Mountains, which will be interesting. Also, Mighty Duck. What do we use? We use tentacles on you. I'll let you decide, Fuke. It is named after you. Do you want tentacles or do you want to be disintegrated? It's a tough choice, I know. I spoil you, don't I? Yeah, it's tentacles. I do like how you try to be more normal there, though. Perfectly normal username. You wanted to just have the nuke. Just completely obliterate it instead. But yeah, it was always going to be tentacles. I needn't have asked. And we've got more healthium here. We need some of it for healing. I think what takes priority is actually getting the healthium in a flask. So leave that there, that is filling up. That should continue to fill up for a while. And keep using concentrated light just to disintegrate corpses, make sure I don't do anything I'm not expecting. And there we go. Got a full flask of healthium again. Perfect. With extra max health. Very nice. We do need to get a better way of digging. I do kind of want to just launch a nuke. It's a bad idea. I do want to do it. I mean, I could do Noita together at some point, Fuke. The only thing is, I'm not sure how it would work with Twitch integration, and I do want to be using Twitch integration. It's not going to be happening today though, at the very least. Because I'm in the middle of doing all of this. Got a good run going, and almost at the point where I forget that I need to be using nuke to get into Holy Mountain and accidentally resetting myself to the normal non-parallel worlds. Ah, so client side isn't shared, is it just the seed that gets shared then? Lock spell. What it does is one of the spells in one of my wands is going to become locked and I can't change it. I'll be honest, I don't think that actually works as one of the votes. Vote for it if you want to vote, I'll see if it does change anything. Item banks, shared park, shared health. Alright. So if I want to murder you because you're having a good run, I can just kill myself, and then ultimately I am the victim. Also, I need to get more water. More water is desperately needed. Fire is one of my greatest enemies. Fire deals percentage based damage. So with all the health I've got, it's going to be doing some big hits. I think it's 1% of your health per tick it does. Chest in there, I'm going to say no. We'll get another chest here, but I do need to open that one because it's from chat. I can't ignore chat's options to vote for and such. So how do we nuke all of these? Because I don't know entirely where I need to get. It was sludge, but you're getting murdered, so I need to nuke things. I'm sorry. I believe it can give me great chests. I think the chances are pretty slim. I don't think the rewards are actually quite as good as they normally are in the great chests. I'm on fire again. That healthium puts out fire, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Have we gotten through yet? No. Apparently nukes don't work. Alright. Need to figure something else out. Here's a plan. It's a very bad plan, but here's a plan. I'm going to go over the lava lake. I'm then going to go down to ice caverns. From there, I'll make my way up into a temple and I can edit a wand, hopefully. Because I believe I should be able to get up into one because of how the nukes work with creating collapsed concrete. Anger nukes? What do you mean? Oh, rage. I mean, rage could work. Rage could definitely work, but I'm doing what I'm said I'm doing now. Because I had a plan and I want to pretend it's a good one. Well, yeah, the lava lake just doesn't exist anymore, does it? It's parallel world and all that. It's a bit surreal walking through here. Here's the edge of the lava lake. And here's the wall. It's going to take a moment to fall down. There we go. Now if we make our way across, I shouldn't be using that for flight continuously, it breaks stuff. Keep remembering that, because I will forget. Ghosts are wanting to kill Mr. Healthium. He's just become a Healthium fountain, but look at you, you're actively trying to sabotage me as ghosts. Cannot believe it. Well, that was a bad time to take a drink. You likely heard me quickly taking it away from my mouth. On mic. Yeah, we should be fine enough to just move up using a nuke. I say should be because we can get concrete just falling on our heads. That guy now healing himself. Look at him. He's a lovely guy, isn't he? It's polymorphic there, so I do want to stay out of that. And yeah, I think ghosts are detrimental partly because they do make fat guys spit out his little freezing things. And we've had a blood or a worm pass through here recently and just turned everything into blood when it bled out. There goes that man. Give that a kick, 'cause I don't want it anywhere near me. And there's a holy mountain. We make our way up, we should be fine. There is a Mega Steve who lives inside there, worth keeping in mind. Is it something we are worried about? I mean, it's got the somewhat concerning music play. If I find Slime Ball, I'm definitely taking it. Yeah, that's turned this into collapsed concrete. We can now... Oh Christ, what have you done? You've turned some of it into Healthium, or was that... No, that's lively concoction. Alright. I mean, I guess we'll just be leaving that, because I can't do anything. Lively concoction is better, but I don't have space in my flask, and I'm not going to risk filling up myself with blood. Yeah, we managed to get into here. Sadly, it's nothing too fun. We need to use tentacles, let's ambush him. That was a lot less dangerous than I thought it would be. Well. Unlimited spells we don't need. Do we take it though? Currently, what I'm thinking is if I refresh this, things are going to start costing more. I don't think I've got enough money to refresh much. I'm not going to be making a lot for a while. Do I take unlimited spells because it's good? If I visit a mountain and then I come back to after visiting another one, is this going to cost the same if I reroll? Potentially it would. I am just going to take unlimited spells though. I do think that's the best call. Because you do get some fun ones. Got Luminous Drill. We need Luminous Drill. It's so much better than using nukes to do digging. So much better than black holes, except... Giga Black Hole apparently doesn't have anything fancy going on with it in terms of removing unlimited spells. We could just use Giga Black Hole. Are any of these non-shuffle of good capacity? I mean, we only need 2 capacity, we'd max mana. How much does that cost? 240 plus 10, we need 250. What do we do? Random potion. What spawned in? Ambrosia. That's fine. I think what we do is, as much as I love having tentacles about, we're immediately going to be doing this. Trying to spawn bombs and such, and it's not working. It might not work in Holy Mountain. Try it again? I'll try it myself actually. It did do something. Did it? Cool. I'll take your word for it then. Kill normal alchemist new. If I use the like alpha or something along those lines, I could get regular unlimited black holes. That is a good point. I think for time being though, my best bet is do this. It's not the safest way to do digging, but it will end up working. I might need to end up using my macro actually, because I don't want to be firing multiple of these accidentally. My macro, since you're new, perfectly normal username, all it does is it fires a single shot. I'm not using it to fire extra shots or anything, so don't worry about that. That's somewhat satisfying, just watching Mega Steve disappear. Why is this bouncing? Have you given me bouncy spells? No? Confused. What's going on? I mean, regardless, we've gotten our way back up. We've got the healing boy. There he is. Giving us healing. What a lovely guy. Wait, tentacles bounce normally. Alright. So is it the tentacle, since it has a timer, casting the black hole afterwards? That could be it. Yeah, currently we need to get ourselves a wand with 250 capacity, which is non-shuffle. Or 250 max mana, which is non-shuffle. I don't like bouncing black holes. It's not working how I want it to. And reduced spread. Honestly, it doesn't really do much, does it? Yeah, I think I might just stick to using this for digging for the time being though. None of them are wands, don't need them. Got a barrel of healthium, explode it, got a pool to sit in at some point. Fire, yeah, that's just Noita. More healthium there. Anything interesting? There's a big hole there. I don't know where that came from. Maybe that's just naturally generating. Got a wand, I need to check that one. Shuffle. We're not interested. Go away. I'm sorry, Chooms, I don't want to murder you, but I can't be getting myself shot point blank. So we need to make our way up here again. Okay, doing that seems to work. Can we just eat Steve, potentially? Because we've no longer got our tentacle wand to just dig through. This could end up going somewhat wrong if I get unlucky at some point. And we get a chest, extra money. Means we get an extra reroll potentially at some point. Got Steve up there. Got Tinker of Wands everywhere. That's something we desperately need. Just die, Mega Steve, I don't care for you. I swear the bombs one's broken. But there's no bomb. Are you sure the bomb one actually works? I'm gonna need to see if I can fix that in a minute. We want Tinker of Wands everywhere. I know what's happening. I've got Projectile Eater. It's eating the bomb. I figured it out, Fuke. We know what's going wrong. You can't blame me. You're the ones who gave me the thing. I can hardly help you giving me stuff. And yeah, as you say, usually I'm going to take the water. Be nice if we could take a fish as well. Also, I've got bubbles that come out now. Is that from me breathing? No, that was bubbles of air potentially from my flask. No, it's as you start drowning, there's air bubbles that appear. So we've got a visual effect now. That's nice. Yeah, we've got Tinker everywhere, so we can just take the tentacle wand back. Keep that one being used. I think go for the alchemist boss. Does the alchemist boss spawn in properly in an alternate world? I want to say it does. It does. Cool. I'll get that one done then. Let's go grab ourselves some fancy stuff. If his room is in a different spot, that's fine enough. Didn't mean to use a nuke, I kinda used the wrong wand there. Yeah, it still works. The nuke's definitely got our ways back up. Better job than I thought it would, I'll be honest. Oh, I fired two accidentally there. Backflip, they're just outside of each other. Alright, let's go do this alchemist boss. No, we don't want you. Go away. Projectile eatering a black hole. Oh, I need to, don't I? It's a lovely shower. What more could you want? A lot of health here, I'm just trickling down now. No, I do not want a gold one. No, Puke, please. I don't want to be getting a gold shower on Twitch. That's a bit much. Get the worm. Do we leave him be, or do we murder him? What do people think? If he tries to murder me, I will murder him. I think you're putting too much thought into this, Fuke. I really think you are. Is there anything over here? Yes, we've got that area there. Brilliant. Just make my way through, I'm completely blind. Okay, take this off, put that on. I have a tentacle wand. I mean, you're right that I can't prove anything. Do I need to prove anything? I thought it was a case of guilty until proven innocent, as far as the internet's concerned. Is he copying my spell? I don't like him copying my tentacles. Do not appreciate this, my good sir. Tentacles are mine alone. I will let no one have them. Okay, I think potentially collect some extra money from all of these guys. Certainly is an idea. Now, extreme spread. We got all these cast of reduced spreads. It's not actually that bad in this world. Instead, it's just a wider range of tentacles. When we do fire, at least. It's teleporting, that's actual teleporting. I'm going to say no, I don't have enough potion available unless I ditch a bunch of polymorphine somewhere. Potentially I could take teleporting. Try and do the thing with hourglass down at the Hisi base. be easiest to get sorted though. And also my tentacles are refusing to appear. I think they stop after a while, so I need to just do that. I mean, you say it's pointless. I've not done it before on stream. I feel I should try and do it at some point. I just had left something. Fair enough. If I can dig to it, I might just dig. That's fire. Fire? Sure. If I could play music, there's so many songs I've put on. Just fire related at this point. Like, there's several which immediately come to mind. No, that's not what came to mind, Fuke. I mean, you've got like Fireball. I believe Pitbull made that one. There's, I believe, just Fire by Arthur Brown. That's an interesting song. I wonder if I can get away with using that one. I might be able to get away with using that. Just think about it. I'll see if I can get a little audio clip or something at some point. Maybe I can set that up myself. I'll look into whether copyrights or whatever on that's expired or not. Also, I almost died from that guy. I think I accidentally tentacled his stuff into myself. Keep that as a mental note. Don't use tentacles against big dark flame guy. Where have we got at this point? I'm not entirely sure if this boss is wanting to spawn. Is he further to the right, possibly? More left, you say. More left it is, right? Only thing is, they're very much under snowy. Never mind, there he is. And been neutralised immediately before we came in by one of the wizards around the place. Just hide for a second. Got tentacles back. We've taken his letters and abducted them. Crystal key. Did I do the crystal key? I could do the crystal key this time. That's certainly doable at this stage. Gonna say, don't need this. Oh god. Yeah, Legos were not a good idea. How do we get? Can't get the crystal key, never mind, it's come back up. Got the crystal key. So what spell do we want? I can't remember what they all do off the top of my head. Alpha, copy the first spell is probably what we want actually. Yeah, just taking that alone would be fine. Yeah, that seems good. Took 5 damage. We have healing ghosts, that's fine. We've got here, Moon Sigma. Or Moon Sigma. Modifiers. And Sigma. Which one's Sigma? We picked up Sigma before. I mean, what's Sigma, Fuke? I've got no idea. Could you please enlighten me? Indeed. Sigma balls. Copies every static projectile type spell. That sounds useless. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna just use Alpha. Alpha's probably the best one to keep, but I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember what I got it for. Wait, no, I remember now. Black holes. We wanted black holes. Now infinite black holes. Perfect. Speedy movement is what I've always wanted. I swear I heard an orb there for a second. That must have been mistaken. There's no orbs around here, is there? I think I got the one here before. But it's a parallel world, it should be around somewhere. Where would it be? Would it be up? Maybe? Oh, apparently there's just a way in. Well, it's just got a back door apparently. Where's the orb though? Is it below? No, I can't hear it anywhere. Oh well. Let's do Crystal Key then, since I've got a nice way out. Now, if I'm remembering Crystal Key correctly, I don't know a lot about it, but I need to go to every single one of the... I need to go to Base World for it. And I'll do it later. Sure, auto mod. Well, I'll say no to murder. I'm not sure what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do? If you try to spawn someone in with a like event thing, that's fine. I bloody hate these guys. Ah, you're spawning enemies. Fair enough. I will give you your points back. It's taking that from you. Give me just a moment. Where are they? There we go. That's your points back. There we are. It's back in the game. There's not too many points I wouldn't have thought, because I'm pretty sure I've made it so you don't have to spend too much to actually do anything. I think the most I set something to was it 100 cost in points? Can't remember. But yeah, still, you do get your points back. I mean, there was an enemy, wasn't there? Was there for a second. Wait, what were you saying, Fuke? You're almost there. What do you mean? If you're getting off to me streaming, then I'm very concerned about your sexual preferences. Oh, to 3k points. God, you've been saving up for a while, haven't you? Are you going to ask for an extra stream on something then? Do we go down there? That's a bad idea. I mean, it has to be a game that I own, I will say. And also, it might not necessarily be any time all that soon, because I do have uni assignments I need to be getting done at the moment. So if I'm right, I just give us a kick. Is that what I do? Is that all I need to do for a key? I don't actually know, I've not done this before. I have to put the key on the ground. The key's listening. Lovely. Do we just need to wait for a moment, or is it already listened enough? I'm going to assume it's just still listening. 4 times strength. I'm curious. Yeah, we can just completely break the game again. I typed, or not typed, I pressed once with concentrated light. Look what concentrated light does. Strength 4. That's 4 times more powerful. That's not 4 times. I refuse to believe it. Yeah, if it shows that first message, is that just fine enough then? I don't know what strength thinks it's trying to do. Like, how do you think it's calculated that it manages to mess that up? My guess is it's got various different values which the multiplier applies to. Like, for example, if I actually drop one to have a look. It has damage, it has explosion radius. All of those are multiplied by 4. Then that would be increased damage, which I believe increases explosion radius anyway. Increased damage from the explosion would further increase the radius, then increased radius. So essentially, it's 4 times 4 times 4. So 64 times more powerful. Which is a bit mad if you get down to it. Does make me wonder though, are there other ways you can completely break spells using just standard modifiers, like this for example? That's just a damage plus, so I would think no. But if you put that with Berserkium, would that make it an extra 2 times multiplier? I'm not going to do it. In fact, no, I could do a strength nuke, couldn't I? Sure. Let's find a nice spot to sit down. That did absolutely nothing. Cool. Well, on we go then. Launch some more nukes, just to make sure. Like a little flash, you see, you can't even hear it. You just know it went off somewhere. Am I right in thinking, by the way, all the music boxes are above ground? So I don't need to be doing anything fancy. I mean, key listens, music wasn't playing. Let's turn the music on. Okay, all of them are above ground, good to know. Got a bunch of whiskey. That's all good. Can we light on fire? Yes, we can. Either above ground or just underwater, like the one in the mini lake over in this direction. Get another orb now. We want to. No, I'll get orbs later. That's a nice easy one to get. For now, I'm going to ignore the orb. Get that one nice and quickly. So we need to be coming back in that direction anyway at some point. Hello, music box. Clearly it's very eager to show the key its music. You need me to gather 5 orbs. Well, I can certainly do that, that's fine. What on earth's happening down there? That's fine, that was just that guy firing off the stuff. That wasn't one of my ghosts. I thought for a second my ghost was firing massive explosive fireballs. Apparently not though. So the recoil of the tentacles just launched a tree. That was fun. I want to do it again. So tentacles can destroy soil, apparently. Or is that... No, that's a chainsaw doing that. Never mind. Come on, tree. There we go. Just have it jump around. Just destroyed the potions, apparently. I was hoping we'd be able to grab it. Let's see, where is the next music box? I think... Is there only the one in the desert? I think there's only the one. kinda want to go down that hole, that's a bad idea. Yeah, you managed to spawn a great chest. I'm going to not take many potions or anything from great chests though, because water I need to put myself out. Healthium I need to keep myself alive. But I've got just because it's fun. See the rain. You just tentacle everything. That was great. You could do the boss in here again. That's doable. He's going there. I could make the sun. Wait, is there a sun quest going on? Which I'm able to now somewhat start. Oh no. I don't want to say I'll do it, but I feel I should. Okay, what I will do is I'll do that immediately. I don't even need chainsaw that anymore, do I? Sun Quest is going to take a long time. It's not going to be happening this stream, I wouldn't think. At the very least I can say that much with a fair degree of certainty. Is there not a boss in here anymore? Is it gone in Parallel Worlds? That's a shame. So Steve, you've given me someone. Maybe add that one back so it casts as quick as it did before. I was kinda hoping to just murder a temple boss again. Didn't really want its spells. Ah well. It does make sense, it drops a health top up, you could get even more health through it. Okay, let's keep on moving, at least somewhat, towards the music box. I'll grab the orbs if you really want. I'd like to try and stay above 500 health, and leave myself a bit of leeway as well. Just because I know I'm going to mess something up at some point. I managed to get myself another, I'm going to say, 150 health. I can grab them. Grab them just at the edge. I'll give it a shot. Alright. Got the key. We are ready. I don't know what to do from here, that's as much as I know about the key. You've got me. Good to know, because I certainly did not have myself. Go up to the right side. Go to a special chest. Right side cloudscape. Alright. So I need to be going up and to the right. I'll try and grab this. I'll kick that away, I don't care for emerald tablets. And you're right. I can avoid the heart. That's definitely cheating. Cool. I'll do it regardless, I'm happy to cheat. I've got no morals. That doesn't matter. It's intentional game design, is it? Ah. So it's a bug, not a feature, potentially. You're reassuring me that it is actually a feature. I mean, sure. I'll be doing it regardless. I stack with fast movement. Alright. So if I have like the increased movement speed perk and then, or maybe a few of them and then acceleratium, I can just go through it. Definitely does not sound like it's supposed to be a feature, so I probably I won't do it too much. I will get up to 5 orbs though, since you said you wanted me to. That's one of the frame perfect things. It's one of those things speedrunners do. Get rid of that. There we go, it's out of the way. Hey, can we kick this? I think we can kick this. It does move very slightly. Perfect. You can kick the heart orb if you want. Now there's ice just below me, which does worry me a little when grabbing this. Damn, I picked it up. Ah well. Well, that's the thing. I've got ghosts, I've got health here, it's all good. Don't know why I was all that against picking up the extra cursed heart. How much damage did it do? I think it's 300 damage it does? Might be percentage based though. If it's percentage based, I could end up dying if I'm not careful. I think it's just 300. I was healed a little bit, so you are right, it could be 50%. But it can't kill you. Good to know. Let me go quickly swim in this health here. Then I'm gonna go look for a portal to get back home. Unless I could keep going down. Alright, here's something for two of you in chat to decide then. Do you want me to go get more perks? Or do you want me to go do the key thing right this minute? Got about an hour left of streaming for today. Maybe a little bit more, depends if I'm in the middle of something or not. But yeah, what do I do first? I don't know how long it'll take me to get to the keys chest. I found it once before by accident. Ah, alright, I'll see you around then, Fuke. Have I got invisibility in here somewhere? Or was I just... Ah, you've given me invisible. You would say perks. Ah, fair enough. Well, I'll go grab some perks then. I'll be about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour getting that done, so if you want to drop by around then, I could send you a message if you really want. That's not the place I want to be going through. I might be thinking another one. Where was it? Ah, fair enough. You can't just use the VOD. I do forget that's a thing that exists at times. Even though I upload them to YouTube as well, just so it's easier to access. I've got Tox Community, I can stand in this. It's fine. Lovely. Now, is that down there? No, we've not seen that one yet. Must be this one. This one's got... No, that's not one, apparently. Also strength. I mean, I've got to see it at least once. So, there goes the world, apparently. But I was able to survive because there was probably some gold sitting there. So that's great. I do love just launching a nuke. There goes everything. Why are nukes so fun to use but so hard to stay alive with? It's just mean. Also 200% full Berserkian potion. Because of how the people throw their potions and how they work. It's always confused me a little bit. I need to go up there. I believe that would be the pool I dug into earlier. It's looking mostly empty. Yeah, this is where I had my little healthium shower. There we go. Keep that flowing down. Keep giving me lava. Although I think it actually gave me that. I think that was just a random vote. Okay, down we go then. We still need to find the wand we can use for black holes. It's definitely something we're using. Can just fall mostly down. We need to be careful we don't fall into portal. We accidentally fall into a portal, that's pretty bad. So we need to then make our way back through the wall. Seems to be going fine though. What perks I can need still? I need fire immunity. Potentially projectile repulsion sector could be a nice one. Not needed, could be nice to have, is all. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that, we don't need it. Blow up some rats, a little bit extra money. Can not. You have to kick the orb when you find it. Come on, shiny orb. Ah, it exploded there. That's a shame. What's the best way down? I think down here. Then just dig. Should be alright. I can make a better wand digging, can't I? I do that, do that, do that, then that. There we are. We've got a digging wand. Wait, did I... You can grab the black hole. Alright, cool. Wasn't aware of that existing. Ooh, +1 is a nice one to have. Do I want an extra life? I think I'm going to end up needing it at some point, haven't I? Although, do you know if that applies at all? If I ever have... what do you call it? Polymorph. I'm a sheep and I die. I wouldn't think it applies. The perk that applies to player, not user polymorphs. PC base now, we do need to just keep going down. Get a bit of health. And then keep on going. It's a rather dangerous way to do digging. It does seem for the most part it's going alright. I'll likely stay away from freezing paper. No, there's healthium all around. You can heal up enough afterwards. Random potion. Okay, that is fine enough. Why is this not working? There we go, that's it now doing its thing. It wasn't working for a second there, which worried me. There we are. Found our way down. Circle of Fire could be a nice one to have, potentially. Take that off. Yes, we have. Brains weren't too happy for a moment there. And I have, at least I would seem, gotten myself a little bit stuck. Which isn't a great thing to happen. Right, let's get a black hole, we don't need that anymore. Black hole, 0, with that. There we go. Just delete his body, he's going to keep spawning stuff. Is that a circle of whiskey or something? I don't know what that other circle spell is. Don't think we need any of these though. No. Gas fire. I believe gas fire is fire immunity. That might just be oil blood that is. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's oil blood. I'll take invisibility. Gonna keep on going, try and get ourselves fire immunity. Get fire immunity, we're all fine. Is that venomous curse? Ooh, I do love venomous curse. Okay, I have to take that. We need venomous curse. That's my favourite thing. It can beat enemies you're not supposed to beat. To keep on moving down. So we have to click fine. Come on, hastily. Okay, we're down here. Lava pit, we can avoid that. Just do this. There we are. Should be us into the Holy Mountain. God, polymorphine came in. Okay, I'm gonna die possibly. Oh no. Oh Christ, that was very close. That was too close. Oh no. The game's clearly out to get me. I need to be careful now. I do have invisibility, maybe that somehow saved me. Invisibility, surprisingly, is very good. You can just completely ignore a lot of enemies. Add these two back in. Potentially we could add Venomous Curse on here. Venomous Curse could definitely work as far as that's concerned. Take the extra health, might as well. What perks do we have? Anything fun? Electricity, that's electric immunity I believe as well. Oh yeah, immune to electric damage, take that. Now I believe that's immunity to electric, toxic, explosions, fire, possibly breathless. I'll be fine without breathless. Get freezing field, that could be a nice one. That's pretty much immunity to lava, which otherwise you can't get. The only thing that can go wrong is you can, with freezing field, get stuck if you have like water around you or something. But yeah, I do think that's probably something we want. Is that disable bounce? Yeah, we have a remove bounce mod. That's the first time I've seen that. I might grab that on the way back up, potentially. Just flinging black holes in the opposite direction. I don't understand how black holes work. I think my projectile eater ends up eating them. I need to fire them at just the right distance from the surface. Yeah, we're on fire. We do need fire immunity. Definitely. Dangerous people about. I managed to ricochet that back towards myself. Venomous Curse. Yeah, that does apply. I don't know how well it applies, but it does apply. That's where we're going to this. There we go. It's gone. This curse, can it eat through their invincibility? It can't. Fire again. Fire is the one thing I think will be the end of the run. To dig through this, actually, I believe. Got a treasure chest in this one. That's a shame. We immediately broke the potions that were inside. I'd hoped it'd be a perk or something. No, you can't get perks in that, can you? Can't get health refreshes though. That's a new thing they added. Gods are angry at me. That's just the usual. Don't think there's been many times this run they haven't. That health heal wasn't worth it. I should not have bothered trying to take that. A robot, get rid of him if possible for later on. Edit this one now, take two of them off as chainsaw. And now we can murder Mega Steve. None of them look all that great, so we'll leave them be. Extra health. No oil blood. Oil blood's immunity. Oh, we've had the sound effects have broken again. Also the ones not wanting to work. Light it is then, and then we need to restart the game. It annoys me to no end hearing the sound effects and I'm just off. You take oil blood, that's just got immunity to pretty much everything. Shame passing up this much extra health and I'm at fairly high health already, but oil blood it is. It's immunity to fire, electric, toxic, explosions, polymorphine and lava. They're the only things to worry about now. Get freezing field at some point, we're all fine. For now, we need to restart the game because the sound effects have broken themselves. Noita stopped apparently, says my computer. I wonder why. Could it be because I pressed the quit button? Hard to say. There we go. Noita is back on the screen. Continue run. Okay, back. Down we go. This is Temple of Art now. Don't even bother going any further down than this. Don't know if we do, you know. There's one more perk to get. It's going to be a real nuisance getting back. I'll just go back up, I think. I've got the immunities I needed. Freezing field's the only thing left that'd be nice, and it's not even all that important. Unless I'm going down into hell, which I don't believe I will be doing. It's a bit healthier on the way up. Always good to see. But yeah, this is just going to be a short, somewhat boring segment where I just slowly make my way back up and into the normal, non-parallel world. Should be easy enough to get to parallel, or non-parallel world even. There we go. Now, up and into the clouds is next bit. Now, Duke has left. He is the one who is hopefully going to be telling me how to do this. Are you still there? Perfectly normal username? Because you seem to know what you're doing. I'm unsure of where I need to go, entirely at least, to get to the fancy, well, it's not fancy anyway, crystal key thing. I'm not seeing you in chat after asking, and I haven't seen you for a while, so I'm going to assume no, you've left to do something. That's perfectly fine. I can figure it out on my own. I've been told I need to go to the top right of the cloudscape. Where would the top right cloudscape be? 'Cause there's two clouds that come in immediately. You've got the clouds above spawn. You then have the clouds which aren't above spawn, they're instead above the, what do you call it, the lake. Lava trail, that's a bad one right now. I'll go over here, just follow my normal path. But yeah, which cloudscape? I could look up a map. That's certainly doable. Yeah, I might do that actually. I am only going to be streaming for another 40 minutes, so if I'm only streaming for so much longer, I'd rather not be wasting people's time. Where is Noita map here? It says I have it in one of my tabs. Yeah, this map doesn't show where it is. Shows where the moon and everything is, but that's about it. Okay, I'll try going to the one above the lake first. I'll hope that's the one I need to be going to. Oh, lava trail. I forgot we had lava trail still. I'm probably going to end up murdering myself through some kind of lava related means. I had to take a guess. Some fish there, that's perfectly fine. Keep myself moving up in the world. Collapsed concrete's there. Looks a bit like cheese. Did I collapse some cheese at some point? Yes, it would appear so. Projectile anti-gravity. It's a weird one. It's hard to aim with projectile anti-gravity on. Definitely not impossible though. It'll also make it easier for digging upwards, which is very appreciated. I don't believe black holes are affected by gravity regardless, so that's fine. Anyway, above ground. This is the normal world. So there should be a tree. Yes, we've got a tree. Have we got egg? Yes. Have we got essence of greed or whatever? We do. That's definitely not something we're going to be taking. That is a terrible way to ruin the run. I will do, is give them a kit, because now these guys are coming in, they deserve to have eggs kicked. Painful gold, that's fine, I doubt I'll be finding any too soon. That's fine to get electrocuted, that's good to know. I was worried I might have blown that up myself. Yeah, and I'm a bit worried of firing this continuously, even with it being my flight wand. could do is switch back to tentacles, use that. I'll avoid doing that. It's a shame there's no one in the chat trying to guide me towards this, because I don't actually know what I'm doing. It's always nice for people to tell you what you're doing wrong, or right, or anywhere in between. I could go around picking up essences, I know where they are. Fire, that's fine, that's just explosions, and also fire, whichever means both. Essence of earth, that's fine, that's just explosion resistance I need. What else could I take? I could take the essence of spirits, I believe it's called. The one under the lake. Assuming I can make my way down there anyway. It's not the easiest one to get down to. And also, it's got a little house in the lake now. And whatever this is underneath. That's a portal all the way down there. That's something new. I'm worried. Do I touch the portals? I kind of want to, you know. Probably a bad idea. How would I do that? There is a book. Perhaps I should go grab that quickly. Okay. Here I'm safe, I am safe. The leftovers behind, lock me research. Standing can reach. Should not worry, as long as I resist temptation I'll be safe in the limits. Here I am far away, I should not worry. What's down there? I want to go investigate. A bad idea, but I want to. Yeah, the homunculi are just going to get drowned or electrocuted. Any combination of the above. It's a shame, I don't want that happening particularly, but that's just what's going to happen. I have electricity perks, so not much I can do in that regard. What I can do, though, is go jump into a portal. Portal to faraway land. Okay. I'll leave that be then. If it's far away, I should not go jumping into it on a whim. What's the second one though? In there. It could be, it just takes me into that area. I think I'll wait until someone comes along and actually knows what's going on. Found this. Got all the lovely animals. Look at them. Luckily we don't have any ghosts who want to murder them immediately. Sea of Lava, the game, as I said before, is out to get me. Really believe it. Also, I should be using this to dig. Go. Now, some would say taking Essence of Fire was a bad move. I mean, it's just explosions constantly, how could I say no? It's of no detriment to myself apart from possibly I lose the ground I'm standing on. Which is fine, I have a flight wand, I've got levitation stuff, that's all good. Now I just go up. I believe crystal chests on this one. I bumped into ages ago, but that was before I came back to Noita. To see. That guy's dangerous. We're not going to be seeing while he's around. Okay, blowing up the clouds. Not good. Mighty duck. Down we go. Chest now is somewhere below. That teleportation stuff could actually help. I don't think it really does. I can still pretend it did though. That's fine. Because of him, he's a nuisance. Oh, is this the thing I've been looking for? No, that's essence of air. What essence of air? I'm gonna say no, essence of air is too much for nuisance. That just knocks everything around. Explosions are just fun. And I've got nukes regardless, I would be exploding things. See why not, to be honest. Yeah, where is this crystal chest? I'd love to find it. I blow this guy up. Can you? It's turning healing projectiles into thunder, so I might actually want to try and stay a bit away. Come on, just need this guy to die. There we go. Got these lads, stay away from them. They're not fun to be dealing with. I think go down to make my way around. I do have a flight wand, it's fine. Just keep on going. We'll find what we're after eventually. I don't know when eventually is, but we'll find something. No, this is a music platform, not the crystal chest. Damn. I need someone to tell me what to do. I don't know where crystal chest is. Go back to my map quickly, see if I can find it again. Should be a crystal chest somewhere. Can I spot any structures in the clouds? Not really, no. Okay. If that's not the cloudscape, the other one's one by the work. I thought the crystal chest would be in there. Could be though. Certainly could. You know what? I think I'm gonna wait for other people to come along, tell me where to go, because I'm not sure. For now, I've still got 2 orbs I need to try and grab. One from underneath the chasm in the frozen area, so that should be pretty much just down here. I've got black holes, I can dig myself down easily enough. I need to go very far down, but it shouldn't be too hard. That is currently my digging one, so that's all good. Let's just get digging. We're in the frozen vault. That's perfectly good. Just make my way down. Bit of health there, sure. Oh, never mind, it's gone. Why did they take essence of fire? It's terrible. I'm immune to explosions, I'm immune to fire. It could be worse. It still was not a good plan, but I can't even pretend it was. Earth's that? Frozen rock? Is this where I need to be? Down here, potentially. I will just steadily blow my way through it, even if I'm not trying to. I've something up there. Soft from a brief sight. Enemy. Yeah, it should be down here somewhere. Snowy chasm. Let's see. Reduce max health, that's not great. Could be a lot worse, but still not great. I think I just go down and keep on going down. Come on. Oh, we've got one of those things. I'm just going to shoot it because I don't see them often. So I don't want to do anything I don't understand. There's blue following me around. Appreciate that. Let's keep on moving down. Come on. Where do I need to go from here? I think probably roughly this direction. I mean, I'm moving down. I don't know if I'm moving towards what I need to. Got a healing ghost to get rid of anything too bad. Just keep on moving. I actually know what this orb down here is. All I know is somewhere around here there's an orb. I don't know. I think there is one. I could look at the map again. What's the map say? Let's pause ourselves. It is likely to my left. Got it. To my left I go. Do some extra speedy movement. That'd be nice. Ah, that sounds like an orb. I believe I've come across it. It is summon decoy. Well, that sounds fairly useless. What happened if you gave it an expiration trigger? Do they still exist? I think they do. Yeah, that was a lot quicker to get than I thought it would be, that orb. I think the next one I'm able to get still for new spell is down in hell. Or is it in hell or is it next to hell? Let's see. I'm going to quickly check my map again. I do apologise for constantly just pausing the stream. I don't want to be wasting time. It's not the one in the hell, it's the one below the tower. So I need to go over to the desert next. To the desert I go. Potentially I could just stay this far down, that would be fine. So Essence of Fire is going to be a nuisance for. It does dig through some materials, not all of them in these walls. Just keep on going. Oh, no. No. Oh, I only just managed to catch that. Oh Christ, that was a close one. Yeah, pro Noita player right here. Just jumping into the middle of lava. Somehow managed to salvage it though. Guess it was a lot lower down than I thought. Poison trail. Can't do anything with poison trail on. Guess we just wait. any minute now. Should be safe to go over to that side again now. And you know what? Has poison become healthier as well? Poison is healthier. I was unaware of that one. When did I come across poison elsewhere that was transformed? It's an interesting thing to think about. Poison, I don't believe I've had transform into anything before. Just digging straight under the boss, I think, at this point. Not quite at the boss, but I'm going in that direction. I'm no longer going to be quite as reckless as I was before. Lego, you can get rid of that for black hole, that's fine. Why did I take Pheasant's Viral? I mean, it's not going to do anything, it's just... why did I do it? It's just more sound effects is all. If anything's going to break in the game, it's the sound effects from what I've seen. That's cursed rock. Just delete a bit more of that. There we go. So where are we? I think we just keep going to the right until I get to a big... Sea of Acid. Cool, Sea of Acid's just a spell that lives there apparently. That's a weird one. Maybe it fell down from the shop at some point. That would be my guess at least. I have visited the boss area. Squirrels. Okay, that's us into this holy mountain. That's us pretty much gotten to where we need to be. Could get even more nukes if we took that. I don't think we want more nukes. There's a boss. I can just ignore the boss. I just need to go past him. Yeah, if I leave that thing alone, it's all good. Keep digging my way through then, I guess. If I keep going this way, I'll be passing underneath Wizard's Den, the area's called? Something like that. The place of all the mages, anyway. All the ones who are always annoying. I do hate those mages. They really are a nuisance. Just expecting to just be having a little roam around though. Definitely wasn't on the list of things I was planning to do today. I was thinking I'd be going for like something fancy, but not getting the orbs. The only reason I'm doing this is because, as I said before, there's no one to tell me where to go. And I very much have no idea where the chest is. As much as I have found it one time before, that was ages ago, and it was by accident, so I don't even remember where it was. Just keep on going though, we should find our way through eventually. You start digging slightly up the way. Just to be safe. Is this actual cursed rock? That's the wall. I found the wall. much too far down there. Okay, am I just not able to get up that way? I can just ricochet the black hole in the direction I want. Come on. There we go. That can actually do anything. Okay, that's me pretty much got a way forward. It hurts me to be in that area. Okay. If that's the case, I should be able to just use health there to survive. Could go some other way to get there. If I go up then dig down, I need to go all the way up. I'm too lazy to go all the way up. We're just going to make our way through here. Magic temple, we're in the wrong area. Still need to go through in this direction. Fireball thrower, that's fine. In the wizard's den. Feels gloomy. Good to know. These guys are all such a nuisance. I hate wizards. As long as I don't get blinded, I'll be happy enough. They are all still a nuisance. I mean, as it is, I can barely see anything. If I get blinded, I actively cannot see anything, even if it's in the peripherals. I've got stunned? How did I get stunned? Okay, I'm gonna move further up so I don't land in cursed rock at any point. Got my health back, that's fine. Yeah, just keep on moving. Blinded, that's the one thing I didn't want. What's going on, so I'm just going to fire at everything which even vaguely could be an enemy. Should be doing alright now, I'm unblinded. What's happening? Still need to go in this direction is what's happening. Love to be able to see in here. There's a health top up or pick up there. It's fallen down. Go extra max health. Take that while we've been reduced in max health, we then go up even further. We don't. I thought about that happening. Okay, if we just play it safe. Playing it safe isn't something we really have the liberty of doing in any way to see. Ocean rain, just run. Polymorphed, oh no. I'm dead. Well, that's the end of the run. I'll be honest, with 15 minutes left, I don't think there's much point starting another. I think I did pretty well. But I managed to get the deer koi. Possibly shouldn't have risked going through the wizard's den. If I had just played it a lot safer, I could have gone up to the desert, then just dug down. Because the Wizard's Den is not a fun place. As I said before, I hate the Wizards with passion. Yeah, what are chances of polymorph just sitting there and then falling on top of me? It's pretty slim. Game really was out to get me. Yeah, I'll call the stream there. I do appreciate people coming along, as well as the 2 new followers. And if anyone watches the VOD, I do hope you enjoyed. I'll likely be doing this again next week. But for now, I hope you enjoy your evening, or day, or whatever it is for you. I will see you next time. Bye for now.